She left her wedding beaming with joy, and minutes later, she was dead. Before I get into today's case, I do upload an episode every single week to the Born Investigation podcast if you guys prefer deep dives. It was supposed to be the happiest day of her life. In summer 2023, 34-year-old Samantha Miller was getting ready to tie the knot. It was the perfect setting for a wedding. Folly Beach in South Carolina. Gorgeous sunny sands, stunning views, a place where friends and family could come together to celebrate Samantha and her fiancé, Eric. Now, the pair had been together since 2019, and everybody could tell just what an amazing couple they were. They were the type of couple where you just thought they're actually so suited that they are made for each other. Eric's family loved Samantha, Samantha's family loved Eric. Like, it was just so perfect. The ceremony was beautiful. It was such a fitting tribute to them as such a beautiful couple. It was everything they could have ever hoped for and more. And at the end of the evening, the new Mr. and Mrs. Hutchinson was singing and dancing with all their family and friends. The most amazing end to a perfect wedding, until it turned into a living nightmare. The couple decided to head back to their accommodation that night on a golf cart driven by Eric's brother-in-law. There were 4 of them on the golf cart, and Samantha and Eric were cuddled together in the back. They were kissing, they were cuddling, and Samantha said she didn't want the night to end. Eric kissed her on the forehead, and then everything went black. The next thing he remembers is waking up in a hospital, and he's like, oh, what the hell is going on? Where am I? Where is Samantha? I don't know how you break that news to somebody that actually your wife is dead. The couple's golf cart had been hit by a vehicle traveling 65 miles per hour in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. The driver was Jamie Lee Komorski, and she was 3 times over the drink driving limit. Now, here's a tip about alcohol and driving. Just don't. That's how you know if you're okay to drive. If you're safe enough to drive, just don't have a drink at all. The golf cart had been sent flying over 100 yards. The 4 passengers were thrown out, and it just kept rolling. Horrifically, wedding guests who'd left the wedding and were staying in nearby accommodation suddenly heard these sirens wailing. They could hear a massive commotion. They were like, what the hell is going on? They had no idea what they were witnessing unfold. 3 of the passengers were in and out of consciousness, and they were soon raced to hospital. Eric had broken both of his legs in the crash and needed emergency surgery, but he was thankfully alive. The same couldn't be said for Samantha. She was tragically pronounced dead at the scene. And Jamie was stood there at this scene infuriatingly after causing all of this absolute tragedy, refusing to have a breathalyzer test done. She'd been on a full-on bar crawl that evening, and she'd just been driving from bar to bar to bar. She was also adamant to the police that she'd done nothing wrong, and she was so drunk that she couldn't understand why they were arresting her. She kept saying, like, what are you doing? And when she started to sober up in the cells and spoke to her dad on the phone, her only concern was herself, not the family that she'd just ripped apart. Now, she eventually pleaded guilty to reckless homicide and was given 25 years. What do you guys think? Is that enough?